Looking to skyrocket your brand's visibility? Look no further. On the Go Media delivers cutting-edge digital advertising solutions tailored just for you. Reach your audience wherever they are with precision targeting and captivating content. Elevate your brand with On the Go Media. Your digital success starts here. Contact us today. Email radio@radioonthego.com to grow your business with On the Go Digital. Locally owned and operated in Hampton, Iowa.
The following is a production of Radio on the Go Sports.
Meteorologist Jennifer Day-Ramore.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Jennifer. 10 o'clock, call it 10:01 at the time. Currently 60 degrees in Hampton. Shawn Dietz in studio with you right now on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at radioonthego.com, also Facebook Live and youtube.com at Radio on the Go. The Dale Howard Sports Overdrive comes your way next. High school football, week number 8.
The Harvest Special is going on now at Dale Howard Auto Center in Iowa Falls. Get $20 off an oil change, rotation, and cabin filter with the Harvest Special. Must present coupon at the time of service. And from October 22nd through October 25th, stop in for our biggest and best tire sale of the year. When you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th free. It includes most major brands. This sale can be combined with other offers, including our low price guarantee. Not sure if you need new tires? Stop in for our free tire report. Visit us at dalehoward.com. Dale Howard Auto Center, helping you get there.
It's time to shift gears into overdrive. Nightly Dale Howard Sports Drive on KLMJ and KQCR goes into overdrive. High school football scores and reports. The action is high school. Hi, this is Tony Howard. Just like Dale Howard's Auto Center in Iowa Falls has a 3-generation tradition in service excellence, Dale Howard's is proud to begin sponsoring Friday night North Iowa football tradition with Radio on the Go. Stay tuned for the scores and the reports on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
Good evening, high school football fans. Welcome on into the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, week number 8 here on this high school football Friday night. Let's get right to our high school football scores, shall we? Class 3A, District 2, Hampton-Dumont Cal on 104.9 KLMJ picks up their first district win of the season, 21-0, a shutout win over the Comets of Charles City tonight. John Mowinkle and Dan Stevens on the call for Hampton-Dumont Cal tonight. We'll have a wrap-up from John Mowinkle coming up here in just a moment, and also some comments from Coach Cole Miller as well. Stay tuned for that. Class 2A District 2 saw number 3 Spirit Lake shut out Clarion Goldfield Dows 42-0. We'll hear from Dave Stein on that summary as well. Class 2A District 6, Iowa Falls Alden needed to keep it close. They were unable to do that shutout tonight. At home, number 2 PCM, a 48-0 shutout win over the Cadets. Class 1A District 3, Applington Parkersburg falls at home. The Falcons had clinched their postseason spot. Looks like they will be the number 4 seed coming out of District 3 there. Sumner Fredericksburg, a 47-13 win over AP at Ed Thomas Field tonight in Parkersburg. Second-ranked Dike New Hartford was a 57-13 winner over the visiting Denver Cyclones tonight at the Gunderson Sports Complex in Dike. Class 1A District 4 saw 6th-ranked South Hardin with a 39-6 win on the road over Waterloo Columbus tonight. The Sailors fall at home to the Tigers. A shutout win tonight for top-ranked Grundy Center, 35-0 over Hudson. Spartans win at home. District champs, 5th consecutive district title there for the Spartans. Still looking for a score here from West Fork in Class A District 2. They were on the road at Belmont Clemmy tonight. Class A District 3, a matchup you heard on 99 The Wave. Mitch Williams and Joshua Hamlin had the call as North Butler defeats AGWSR tonight 26-7. And in Thursday night football last night, Clarksville shutting out Meskwaki Settlement on the road. The Indians 58-0 over Meskwaki. As mentioned and previously alluded to, the Hampton-Dumont Cal Bulldogs pick up their first district victory of the season. Now 3-5 overall on the year, 1-3 in district play. Hampton-Dumont Cal 21-0 over the Charles City Comets. Here's John Mowinkle.
The most dazzling performance, the Hampton-Dumont Cal football team weathered the storm of some adversity and earned a road shutout of Charles City 21-0 on Friday night in Week 8, as aired on 104.9 KLMJ. The Bulldogs were rolling early on the game's first possession. Aiden Keene picks up an interception for Hampton-Dumont Cal, and Taylor Mailer of the Bulldogs picks up his first rushing touchdown of the season from about 4 yards out. And Hampton-Dumont Cal early in the second quarter scored another touchdown when Ryder Struther, the QB, found Brady Harr, the tight end, on a fly route streaking down the right side of the field. He was wide open, completely uncovered, and a 22-yard touchdown for the Bulldogs. It was 14-0 at halftime because Hampton-Dumont Cal forced a couple different turnovers on downs and some punts by Charles City to halt Comet drives and get rid of any Charles City momentum. The pace of play started to slow down in the third quarter because there were numerous penalties in this game on both teams. Some chippiness ensued, but for the most part, Hampton-Dumont Cal was able to remain composed, and it didn't end up hurting them too much. The Bulldogs also recovered a Charles City fumble in the third quarter after forcing some Charles City punts. And then in the fourth quarter, Ryder Struther, the quarterback, fakes a handoff to Colin Bird and runs to the right and untouched pounds in the third touchdown of the night for Hampton-Dumont Cal, making it 21-0, and the Bulldogs were able to get out of here with the victory, their first district win of the season. Head coach Cole Miller on how his team got it done.
It wasn't the cleanest game, and like you said, a lot of things happened to make it an interesting game, but they fought hard. They played pretty composed for the things that were going on, and the adversity that they had to face. So that was good. It's going to be a good test going into a tough ball game next week, just facing adversity, different kind of adversity that we've seen from what we've seen so far this year. But that was good. Effort's always there. Defense played really well. They were able to get some drives going, but defense was able to, when their backs against the wall, make plays that count. And then offense was able to capitalize on a couple of drives and put some points up, so that was good.
The Bulldogs did an excellent job of spreading the wealth on offense. They had 213 rushing yards as a team, led by Colin Bird with 16 carries for 97 yards, 45 yards on 6 carries for Ryder Struther. Joe Powers had 4 carries for 18 yards. Carter Arns, 1 carry for 15 yards. Taylor Mailer, 6 for 24. And Aiden Keene, 1 for 14. The Bulldogs were cooking pretty well in the ground game of this one, averaging out to about 5.7 yards per carry. Ryder Struther, the QB, was 3 of 6 passing for 31 yards. And again, he did have that touchdown throw to Brady Harr. He was the leading receiver, 2 for 23. And Colin Bird had 1 pass reception for 8 yards for 31 passing/receiving yards for Hampton-Dumont Cal. So the Bulldogs are now 3-5 overall, 1-3 in 3A District 2, and they will close their regular season next Friday night in Week 9 by hosting number 5 in 3A Algona. Now, the Bulldogs of Algona are coming off of a 28-21 win over Webster City on Friday night in Week 8, a game where they had to score 2 unanswered touchdowns in the fourth quarter. They were trailing Webster City for a good portion of it, but Algona was able to come out on top, and it'll be the battle of the Bulldogs next Friday night at Hampton-Dumont Cal, as the Bulldogs of HG Cal have tried to send their seniors out on a high note with what would be a pretty notable upset if they're able to get it done. Once again on Friday night in Week 8, Hampton-Dumont Cal defeated Charles City 21-0 on the road, as aired on 104.9 KLMJ.
Thank you very much, John. Appreciate it. Nice job on the call, as always, alongside Dan Stevens. Hampton-Dumont Cal, once again, a 21-0 winner over the Charles City Cadets. Mentioned playoff scenarios there a little bit. Hampton-Dumont Cal, again, needs a lot of help. They wouldn't be able to clinch tonight anyway, but the win certainly helps, and that'll vault them over top of Charles City. Charles City was ahead of them in the RPI coming into tonight. Shifting gears to 1A now, Applington-Parkersburg obviously needed a win for better seeding. Applington-Parkersburg comes into tonight with the playoff spot clinched. The winner of tonight's game against Sumner Fredericksburg would be the 3 seed. lose to the 4 seed. And as we'll hear from Ryan Dillard, AP falls tonight to Sumner Fredericksburg. So they'll be the 4th seed as we go into the postseason. And the final score tonight at Ed Thomas Field in Parkersburg, Sumner Fredericksburg 47, AP 13. Here's Ryan Dillard.
I'm Ryan Dillard reporting for the Sports Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave live from Ed Thomas Field in Parkersburg, where the Sumner Fredericksburg Cougars rolled to a 47-13 victory over the AP Falcons tonight on senior night. Appling Parkersburg would score first in this game. After Sumner Fredericksburg was stopped and 4th down at the 39-yard line, AP would proceed to drive 39 yards in 10 plays. Benny Waller ran a QB keeper for a 1-yard touchdown run with 3:22 left in the first quarter. The kick was no good, and the score was 6-0 Appling Parkersburg. Sumner Fredericksburg then would score 19 points, 3 touchdowns in less than 5 minutes worth of game time in the second quarter, as quarterback Tatum Nuts had a 2-yard quarterback run with 10:37 left. The kick was no good. It was 6-6. The next possession for Sumner Fredericksburg, Nuts found Travis Smith with an 84-yard touchdown pass with 8:17 left. The 2-point pass failed. It was 12-6 Sumner Fredericksburg at that point. The next time the Cougars had the ball, they would drive 37 yards, and after a 31-yard punt return by Noah Henderson, Henderson kept that drive with a 3-yard touchdown run with 5:23 left. Noah Henderson with the kick, making the score 19-6, Sumner Fredericksburg. AP was scored right before halftime, as Waller would find Maddox Kruger with a 12-yard touchdown pass with 29 seconds left. Gage Johnson with a kick, making the score 19-13 at halftime in favor of Sumner Fredericksburg. The Cougars then in the second half would roll up 28 points, as they would were tried in start the third quarter as AP tried an onside kick and recovered, but they would end up turning the ball over, and Sumner would turn that into a touchdown. Tatum Nuts with a 7-yard touchdown run with 6:13 left. Nuts passed to Reese Lance for the 2-point conversion. It was 27-13 Sumner Fredericksburg. The Cougars then would intercept the Falcons in the end zone and return it 20 yards. Sumner Fredericksburg going into 6 plays to drive 80 yards. A 55-yard pass would set up a Nuts 12-yard touchdown pass to Reese Land with 11:10 left in the fourth quarter. Henderson with a kick, 34-13 Sumner Fredericksburg. The next time Sumner touched the ball, they would score again as Henderson ran a 20-yard touchdown run with 5:06 left in the fourth quarter. The kick failed, 40-13 Cougars at that point. Sumner Fredericksburg, one more possession, and they would score again. Noah Henderson, 46-yard touchdown run with 2:31 left. Henderson with a kick, making the final score 47-13. Huge offensive numbers for Sumner Fredericksburg tonight, as they they totaled 450 yards of offense. Tatum Nuts was 8 for 10 passing for 250 yards. He was responsible for 4 touchdowns, as he ran for 2 and he threw for 2. On the ground, he had 8 carries for 52 yards. Noah Henderson had 16 rushes for 111 yards, and he scored 3 touchdowns. For the Falcons, they finished with 247 yards of offense tonight, 151 yards on the ground, and 96 passing yards. Rushing-wise, Mason Cruiser had 14 carries for 63 yards. Eberhardt had 20 carries for 62 yards. Creighton Eberhardt had 2 carries for 14 yards, and Benny Waller had 9 carries for 13 yards. Waller was 11 for 22 passing for 96 yards. And receiving-wise, Maddox Kruger had 5 catches for 57 yards, and Cruiser had 3 catches for 17 yards. He dropped the Falcons to 2-3 in the district, 2-6 overall. Sumner Fredericksburg wrapped up the 3 seed in the district at 3-2 and 5-3 overall. AP again will be the 4th seed, and we'll find out who they play in the first round of the playoff at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Again, the final score for Parkersburg tonight, it was Sumner Fredericksburg 47, Appling Parkersburg 13. Reporting from Dale Howard.
Appreciate it, Ryan. As always, Ryan, a longtime Dale Howard Sports Overdrive reporter. Again, the final score there. Sumner Fredericksburg 47, Applington Parkersburg 13 at Ed Thomas Field in Parkersburg. Moving on now, our feature matchup on 99 The Wave tonight saw the AGWSR Cougars and the North Butler Bearcats in green. North Butler comes away with the 26-7 victory over the Cougars. Joshua Hamlin had the call on 99 The Wave.
I'm Joshua Hamlin reporting from Green, where on Friday night, North Butler hosted AGWSR in a Class A regular season finale for both teams. It was also the Bearcats' senior night as they recognized 10 seniors before the game. As North Butler got their run game rolling in the second half and won 26-7 over AGWSR on Friday night.
I'm in good shape, man.
As AGWSR,
Have a good one.
after receiving the opening kick, would punt the ball. North Butler on the ensuing drive would drive 6 plays and run their way in for a touchdown, a 14-yard touchdown run by Jack Thorne. 2-point conversion was good by Clayton Townsley. It was 8-0 North Butler with 8:36 to go in that first quarter. North Butler following an AGWSR punt later on in the first quarter would drive 7 plays. And that drive, they would be turned away after a bad snap fumble by Thorne. The recovery by Clayton Van Lowe for AGWSR at their own 39-yard line. And North Butler would turn the ball over. AGWSR, unfortunately, was unable to do anything with the football, punting the ball on just 5 plays from scrimmage to end that first quarter. Moving to the second quarter, North Butler would have a couple of drives where they drove into AGWSR territory but were turned away in both occurrences. One of those drives was the first drive of the second quarter. They drove to the AGWSR 42 and ended up having a turnover on downs. And then North Butler drove to the AGWSR 49 on the next drive from scrimmage, following an AGWSR punt. It was once again turned away on a turnover on downs to the AGWSR 49. With 3:27 to go in the second quarter, AGWSR had one of its best drives of that first half, driving all the way to the North Butler 45-yard line, but a tipped interception by Carter Baker ended that drive for the Cougars. The Bearcats would return the ball into Cougars territory all the way to their 45, and a couple of big runs from the Bearcats set up a potential scoring opportunity with under 20 seconds to go in the first half, but AGWSR was able to push Townsley out of bounds inside the 5-yard line on the final play of the first half, and it was North Butler 8, AGWSR nothing through the first half. In the second half, North Butler would receive the ball to begin that third quarter, and they would drive all the way down to the AGWSR 40, but would punt the ball. And then Bo Starr lost the ball in the lights and ended up muffing the punt. AGWSR with that turnover. North Butler took over at the AGWSR 15, and a couple plays later found the end zone for the second time on the night. A 3-yard touchdown run by Zane Asher. 2-point conversion was failed, and with 7:56 to go in that third quarter, 14-0 North Butler. North Butler would score early on in the fourth quarter on a drive that started with 5:10 to go in the third. It ended up being an over 7-minute drive for the Bearcats as a 12-yard touchdown by Tucker Paakey on the ground with 11:34 to go. 2-point conversion was failed. It was 20-0 Bearcats early on in the fourth quarter. North Butler would score his final touchdown of the game early on in the fourth quarter following a Cougars punt. A 24-yard touchdown run by Tucker Paakey. 2-point conversion was failed. Second touchdown of the night for Paakey with 5:41 to go in the game. It was 26-0 North Butler. Later on in the fourth quarter, AGWSR would get its best scoring opportunity off of a Bearcats turnover. Off of an AGWSR punt, muffed the football, and AGWSR was able to recover it inside the 20-yard line of the Bearcats. And a couple plays later, AGWSR scored on a 14-yard touchdown reception by Bo Starr. PAT was good. It was 26-7 North Butler with 3:41 to go in the game, and that would wrap up the scoring as the Bearcats were able to run out the remaining time with just under 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Some of your top performers from the matchup for AGWSR: Colin Willems, 10 of 19 for 66 passing yards, and Bo Starr with a receiving touchdown. And then your top performers for North Butler, they were led by Jack Thorne. He had 18 rushes for 138 yards and a rushing touchdown. Tucker Pankey, 2 rushing touchdowns, and Zane Asher with 1 rushing touchdown. Unofficially, 53 carries for 385 rushing yards for the Bearcats on Friday night. As no Week 9 game scheduled for either program, so officially their regular season finale as North Butler finishes the year 5-3, 3-3 Class A District 3 with the win. AGWSR ends the year at 1-7, 1-5 in Class A District 3. Once again, your final: North Butler 26, AGWSR 7.
Hey, Josh, appreciate the report and nice job on the call as always tonight. Alongside Mitch Williams on 99 The Wave with our featured matchup here on Radio on the Go Sports. Going through some other scores here as we jump back to Class 3A District 2. That's Hampton-Dumont Cows District. Of course, the Bulldogs with the 21-0 win on KLMJ tonight over the Charles City Comets. Top-ranked Humboldt with a 23-13 win at Clear Lake tonight. And 5th-ranked Algona battles back to get the 28-21 win over the Webster City Lynx. Class 2A District 6 saw West Marshall with a 14-0 shutout win over Union of LaPorte City. Jessup a 27-14 win tonight on senior night over Vinton Shellsburg. And in Iowa Falls tonight, 2nd-ranked PCM of Monroe, a 48-0 shutout win over the Cadets of IFA. Class 2A District 2 saw Okoboji defeat Forest City 41-25. Garner Hayfield Ventura a 28-6 winner over Esterville Lincoln Central. 3rd-ranked Spirit Lake 42-0 over Clarion Goldfield Dows. 2A District 3 walk-on defeats New Hampton 52-21. 1A District 4 saw top-ranked Grundy Center shut out Hudson 35-0. Alberta a 49-19 winner over East Marshall. The Tigers of South Hardin a 39-6 win tonight. Number 6 South Hardin over Waterloo Columbus. 1A District 3 MFL Marmac shutting out Central Springs 35-0. 2nd-ranked Dike New Hartford 57-13 over the visiting Denver Cyclones tonight. And Sumner Fredericksburg a 47-13 win over Applington Parkersburg. Want to give a quick shout out before our break to our Grundy Center audience. Some of our best reaction on our X account comes from our Spartan stories and links. I want to thank you so much for that down in Grundy Center. And don't forget, you can follow us on X as well at Radio on the Go. Be sure to smash that subscribe button as well when you're watching us on YouTube at Radio on the Go as well. We're going to take a break, come back with a look at our weather forecast to get a quick temperature, and come back and hear from Dave Stein about that Clarion Goldfield Downs loss tonight. It's all coming up right here on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
Arlington and Eldora, we've got the music locked in on 99 The Wave.
At First Security Bank and Trust, we know the importance of teamwork. A team shares the same goal and vision, and that equates success. Hard, set your goals, and you will succeed as a team. We are here as your bank team, and we can also help you succeed. First Security Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Mid-Iowa Electric Motors and Equipment has over 20,000 square foot of inventory, making it the largest motor warehouse in North Iowa. I'm Ryan Lehner. We are your leading source of replacement motors with more than 2,500 motors in stock. Visit us online at midiowa.com and on location at Mason City and now in downtown Kesley, Iowa.
State-of-the-art physical therapy services are available by Franklin General Hospital, including therapy for athletes and parents recuperating from surgery. Appointments are available Monday through Friday from 7 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. at Franklin General Hospital.
Optimize your health the natural way with an appointment at Parkersburg Chiropractic. If you overdid it with all yard work, have headaches, or other pains, doctors Adam Hokestrott and Jason Eller can treat everyone from head to toe. That's Parkersburg Chiropractic.
The weather is brought to you by On the Go Digital Marketing, online display advertising, search engine marketing, social media. Find out how our small business can help your small business. Email radio at radioonthego.com. Well, dry weather sticking around for a bit. A small chance for rain Monday night. Clear and breezy tonight, although mid-40s. We have plenty of sunshine coming in this weekend.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. 10:24 is the time. 59 degrees currently at the Radio on the Go studios in Hampton. Stay tuned. More to come right after this on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. Welcome back to the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, streaming around the world at radioonthego.com, as well as Facebook Live, and YouTube.com at Radio on the Go. We took you through 3A, 2A, and 1A scores. Picking things up with Class A District 3, we've got Wapsie Valley over Nashua Plainfield, 14-13 tonight. That's two straight losses on senior night. Two straight losses for Nashua Plainfield, that is, and it was senior night for Wapsie Valley again, 14-13. Wapsie Valley over Nashua Plainfield tonight. North Butler defeated AGWSR 26-7. Our feature matchup on 99 The Wave tonight. South Winnebago a 54-12 winner in Conrad tonight over the BCLUW Comets. Class A District 2 action saw West Fork defeat Belmont Clemmy tonight on the road. The Warhawks an 18-7 winner on the Broncos home field. Top-ranked West Hancock a 50-0 winner over the Newman Knights of Mason City tonight. Third-ranked St. Ansgar 53-12 over Lank Mills, and Sibley Ocheyedan a 51-7 winner on the road at North Union in non-district action in Class A tonight. 8-player action. Once again, we had Thursday night football. Clarksville shutting out Meskwaki Settlement on Thursday night, 58-0. Earlier this evening, Janesville defeated Tripola 68-12. Fifth-ranked Gladbrook Rhinebeck a 57-6 win over Green Mountain Garwin. And in non-district action, 8-player Northwood Kensett defeated Dunkerton 56-40. Total of 96 points there between the Vikings and Dunkerton there. Northwood Kensett on the road tonight. We're going to send things now to Dave Stein. Dave has the report tonight as Clarion Goldfield Dow's is on the road at third-ranked Spirit Lake. A tough challenge for the Cowboys, and the Spirit Lake team comes away with the 42-0 win tonight.
And reporting from Spirit Lake of the Dale Howard Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave. The Cowboys of Clarion Goldfield Downs would travel to Northwest Iowa to face off against the Spirit Lake Indians in the final week of Class 2A District 2 action. CGD would kick off to Spirit Lake and then hold them to a 3-and-out, force them to punt the ball away. Cowboys would get a first down on a nice pass to Huxley Lingenfelter from J.D. Moracle, and then work the ball forward a little bit more. Unfortunately, could not convert on a 3rd and 3, and they were forced to punt it away. A 60-yard drive would come up at the 5:56 mark as Cade Lunt to Ethan Stecker. A 22-yard pass, PAT was good. That made it 7-0. 45-yard drive would come up a little bit at the 2:53 mark, actually. That would be Lunt to Stecker, 32-yard pass. PAT good, 14-0. And then that would set up a INT. The Cowboys actually intercepting the Indians twice tonight, and in return throwing one interception. But at the 10:03 mark was Will Ditzworth, a 60-yard run. PAT was good, made it 21-0. And then 8:18 Lunt with a 4-yard touchdown run. PAT was good, 28-0. On third down, 2:46 left in the third, it would be a Stecker, and they were back on the goal line. Dylan Stecker would take it 99 yards on a pass from Lunt to the end zone. PAT good, made 35-0. And then at 5:53 left in the ballgame, Lunt to Stecker one more time was just a 1-yard pass. PAT good, 42-0. That is the final. Once again, the Spirit Lake Indians defeating the Cowboys of Clarion Goldfield Downs by a score of 42-0. Reporting on the Dale Howard.
Thank you very much, Dave. Appreciate it as always. Another longtime reporter for us here on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. We'll run through our local scores one more time here. It's hard to believe we're getting to the end of the first section of the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. We'll start things from scratch here at the bottom of the hour. But don't forget, at the top of the 11 p.m. hour, Tony Yancini and the crew take over with the Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show. Our friends at Radio Iowa been doing the statewide recap for many years, and Tony and team do a fantastic job recapping all the scores from around the state, including summaries from some of our fine colleagues in Iowa radio, and also occasional coach interviews. It's the Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show, 11 to 11:30 here on 104.9 KLMJ and 99 The Wave tonight. Locally here, Class 3A District 2, once again, Hampton-Dumont Cal on 104.9 KLMJ. 21-0, a shutout victory on the road over at Charles City. 3-5 now for the Bulldogs, 1-3 in district play. Class 2A District 2, third-ranked Spirit Lake shutting out Clarion Goldfield Dow's 42-0. Class 2A District 6, number 2 PCM of Monroe, a 48-0 win at Iowa Falls Alden tonight. Class 1A District 3 saw AP losing at home tonight. Sumner Fredericksburg, a 47-13 win over the Falcons. Number 2 Dike New Hartford, 57-13 at home over Denver. Class 1A District 4 saw the Tigers of South Hardin, ranked number 6 in the state. They get the 39-6 deuce over Waterloo Columbus Catholic in Waterloo tonight. Top-ranked Grundy Center, defending state champions, get their 5th consecutive district championship tonight. 35-0 the score as the Spartans defeat the Pirates of Hudson. Up in Belmont tonight, the Belmont Clemmy Broncos hosted the West Fork Warhawks, and West Fork gets the 18-7 win over Belmont Clemmy. Class A District 3, our featured matchup on 99 The Wave tonight saw North Butler defeat AGWSR 26-7. And in 8-player District 4 action on Thursday night, Clarksville shut out Meskwaki Settlement 58-0. Stay tuned. More to come on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, and RadioOnTheGo.com. Shawn Dietz back with you in just a couple of minutes. Stay tuned.
You've been listening to Overdrive, the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, the extended scoreboard show for Friday night football throughout North Iowa. Brought to you again this year by Dale Howard's Auto Center. That's Dale Howard's in Iowa Falls, where the action is.
Big news at the Parkersburg Pharmacy. They are now doing vaccinations right there at the pharmacy in downtown Parkersburg with their certified staff and have an area to give both the flu shot as well as the new COVID vaccines. No appointments are needed. Downtown Parkersburg.
With Harvest here, Peters Crop Solutions is already looking to 2025. Ask about Pioneer's yield, protection, and flexibility of Z-Series soybeans and Boer seed corn. Pre-season discounts are on, so see Josh Peters for Pioneer. What's next happens here.
Arby's at the Mill, exit 208 on Highway 20. Download the mobile app today and start saving on their delicious deals. 2 for $6 and 3 for $5. Order ahead in the app and have your favorites ready to pick up at Arby's at the Mill today.
Enjoy the many benefits of being a Rockwell Cooperative telephone internet customer. No contracts, no equipment costs, no service bundles, just reliable internet service with no data limit. Rockwell Cooperative Telephone offers wireless internet and fiber optics.
If you have issues with your garage door, machine shed, or barn door, talk with the King of Doors, King Construction and Overhead Door of Iowa Falls and Clear Lake. They do brand new installations and retrofit sliding and other styles of big doors. Check kingofdoors.com.
Talk with Tobin Drainage. Tobin's can handle your job. While you're in the cab this fall, give Kevin a call. 319-269-2412. That's Tobin Drainage of Parkersburg. Farm tiling, septic work, and a whole lot more. Dial 319-269-2412.
Chiropractic care isn't just for when you're having back problems. Regular maintenance at Coonan & Collins Chiropractic Clinic keeps your body moving correctly. Call Coonan & Collins Chiropractic Clinic in Hampton, 456-4142.
At Kurt Whipple Pharmacy and Fireside Gifts, you can get Hallmark cards, Halloween decorations, print out your digital pictures. You can get your flu shot and other vaccinations, and nearly unlimited health products. Stop by Kerner Whipple and Fireside, downtown Hampton.
It's time to get fueled up with another Dale Howard Sports Drive. High-octane sports news, local, state, and national. Hi, this is Tony Howard. Just like Dale Howard's Auto Center in Iowa Falls has a 3-generation tradition in service excellence, Dale Howard is proud to sponsor this North Iowa tradition with Radio on the Go, powered by
10:33 is the time, 59 degrees in Hampton. Shawn Dietz with you on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, KQCR, streaming around the world at RadioOnTheGo.com. Before we get to our scores, we want to run through our playoff scenarios here for week number 8. Hampton-Dumont Cal, nothing they can do to clinch playoff berth tonight. They're going to need some help. We'll see what happens next week. Hampton-Dumont Cal will host Algona coming up in week number 9. Class 2A, Clarion Goldfield Downs has been eliminated. Iowa Falls Alden lost to PCM of Monroe tonight. Iowa Falls Alden would have clinched with a playoff or with a win tonight. That That did not happen. or a Jessup loss. That also did not happen. Jessup won their game tonight at home over Vinton Shellsburg 27-14 on senior night. Class 1A scenarios, Applington Parkersburg had already clinched a playoff spot. The winner of their game against Sumner Fredericksburg tonight got the 3 seed. The loser, the 4 seed, AP, would lose that game. The Falcons fall to Sumner Fredericksburg 47-13. The Falcons will be the 4 seed in the playoffs coming up here as we approach the end of the season. Number 2, Dike New Hartford. They had already clinched the number 1 seed and the district title. They were currently ranked number 2. A win would almost certainly secure home field advantage through the quarterfinals for the Wolverines, and they did get a win tonight. Denver falling at Dike New Hartford 57-13. The Wolverines over the Cyclones tonight. Grundy Center versus Hudson. The Spartans shutting out the Pirates tonight. The final score there was 35-0. Grundy Center over Hudson. District title, number 1 seed clinched their 5th straight district title. That's going to secure home field advantage for the Spartans. South Hardin locked into the number 2 seed no matter what happened tonight, but the Tigers did get the 39-6 win over the Sailors of Waterloo Columbus tonight. Class A, all of our area teams have been eliminated from postseason contention. They're in 8-player action. Clarksville clinched their playoff spot with their win last night, 58-0 over Meskwaki Settlement on Thursday Night Football. Tripola did not beat Janesville. Clarksville and Tripola did not lose. I don't need to go through all of that for you. But anyway, Clarksville did clinch their playoff spot, so we got that for you. Here's our local scores here before we take another break here. Hampton-Dumont Cal, our feature matchup on 104.9 KLMJ tonight. The Bulldogs 21-0, their first district win of the season. The Bulldogs over the Comets 21-0 over Charles City. Third-ranked Spirit Lake, a 42-0 win over Clarion Goldfield Dows. Second-ranked PCM of Monroe, 48-0 over Iowa Falls Alden. Sumner Fredericksburg, a 47-13 win at Applington Parkersburg. Number 2, Dike New Hartford, 57-13 at home over Denver. Number 6, South Hardin, 39-6 over Waterloo Columbus. Top-ranked Grundy Center, 35-0 over Hudson. No rankings there. West Fork, 18-7 win tonight at Belmont Clemmy. Class A District 3, North Butler with a 26-7 win at home. Our feature matchup on 99 The Wave. 26-7, the Bearcats over the Cougars there. And in Thursday Night Football, the Indians of Clarksville with a 58-0 win at Meskwaki Settlement. We're back with the weather forecast right after this. More reports coming your way before 11 o'clock here as well on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
Enjoy smooth sailing with Best Strand during the midday wave. Every Monday through Friday, 10 to 3 on your home for great yacht rock and classic hits. 99 The Wave.
Real cold weather may be a ways away, but Murphy's Heating and Plumbing of Hampton and Sheffield remind you it's time to service your furnace. From checking the blower to putting in a new filter, have Murphy's check your furnace this week so you'll be comfy when cold weather hits.
It's time to think about lining up your flu shot. Contact your local Unity Point Clinic in Parkersburg, Grundy Center, or Eldora. They have influenza and other vaccines available to help you stay healthy this fall and winter. That's from Unity Point, where you matter.
The weather is brought to you by On-the-Go Digital Marketing, online display advertising, search engine marketing, social media. Find out how our small business can help your small business. Email radio at radioonthego.com. Blow dry weather, sticking around for a bit. A small chance for rain Monday night. Clear and breezy tonight, low mid-40s, and plenty of sunshine coming in this.
Thank you very much, Jennifer. 59 degrees in Hampton at the Crown Jewel Travel Studios. 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, KQCR. Back with the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive after this.
Allison to Latimer, Sheffield to Clarksville, and Green to Alden. 104.9 KLMJ, where listening feels like.
Class 3A District 2 action. Our feature matchup on 104.9 KLMJ tonight saw Hampton-Dumont Cal with a 21-0 win at Charles City. We'll hear from John Mowinkle coming up in just a moment. Also in District 2, top-ranked Humboldt defeating the Clear Lake Lions tonight 23-13. And fifth-ranked Algona storms back to defeat Webster City 28-21. We'll send things to John Mowinkle now with the recap. He had the call tonight alongside Dan Stevens on 104.9 KLMJ as the Bulldogs were our feature matchup on the road over the Charles City Comets tonight on 104.9 KLMJ.
Of the season from about 4 yards out. And Hampton Dumont Cal early in the second quarter scored another touchdown when Ryder Strother, the QB, found Brady Hart, tight end, on a flyer out streaking down the right side of the field. He was wide open, completely uncovered, and a 22-yard touchdown for Bulldogs. It was 14-0 at halftime because Hampton Dumont Cal forced a couple different turnovers on downs and some punts by Charles City to halt common drives and get rid of any Charles City momentum. The pace of play started to slow down in the third quarter because there were numerous penalties in this game on both teams. Some chippiness ensued, but for the most part, Hampton Dumont Cal was able to remain composed, and it didn't end up hurting them too much. The Bulldogs also recovered a Charles City fumble in the third quarter after forcing some Charles City punts. And then in the fourth quarter, Ryder Strother, the quarterback, fakes a handoff to Colin Bird and runs to the right and untouched pounds in the third touchdown of the night for Hampton Dumont Cal, making it 21-0, and the Bulldogs were able to get out of here with the victory, their first district win of the season. Head coach Cole Miller on how his team got it done.
It wasn't the cleanest game, and like you said, a lot of things happened to make it an interesting game, but they fought hard. They played pretty composed for the things that were going on, and the adversity that they had to face. So that was good. That's going to be a good test going into a tough ball game next week, just facing adversity, different kind of adversity that we've seen from what we've seen so far this year. But that was good. Effort's always there. Defense played really well. They were able to get some drives going, but defense was able to, when their backs against the wall, make plays that count. And then offense was able to capitalize on a couple of drives and put some points up, so that was good.
The Bulldogs did an excellent job of spreading the wealth on offense. They had 213 rushing yards as a team, led by Colin Bird with 16 carries for 97 yards, 45 yards on 6 carries for Ryder Strother. Joe Powers had 4 carries for 18 yards. Carter Arns, 1 carry for 15 yards. Taylor Mailer, 6 for 24. And Aiden Keene, 1 for 14. The Bulldogs were cooking pretty well in the ground game of this one, averaging out to about 5.7 yards per carry. Ryder Strother, the QB, was 3 of 6 passing for 31 yards. And again, he did have that touchdown throw to Brady Har. He was the leading receiver, 2 for 23. And Colin Bird had 1 pass reception for 8 yards for 31 passing/receiving yards for Hampton Dumont Cal. So the Bulldogs are now 3-5 overall, 1-3 in 3A District 2, and they will close their regular season next Friday night in Week 9 by hosting number 5 in 3A Algona. Now, the Bulldogs of Algona are coming off of a 28-21 win over Webster City on Friday night in Week 8, a game where they had to score 2 unanswered touchdowns in the fourth quarter. They were trailing Webster City for a good portion of it, but Algona was able to come out on top, and it'll be the Battle of the Bulldogs next Friday night at Hampton Dumont Cal, as the Bulldogs of HG Cal have tried to send their seniors out on a high note with what would be a pretty notable upset if they're able to get it done. Once again on Friday night in Week 8, Hampton Dumont Cal defeated Charles City 21-0 on the road, as aired on 104.9 KLMJ. I'm John Molenko reporting from Charles City for Radio On The Go Sports and the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
Broadcasting from the Crown Jewel Travel Studios in Hampton, Iowa. This is 104.9 FM KLMJ, Hampton, Iowa Falls, Parkersburg. Media station. Excellent.
Bulldog play-by-play and sportscast are sponsored in part by Clint Burmaster with Burmaster Seed and Service. Talk with Clint about soil sampling this fall and fertilizers with Burmaster Seed and Service of Hampton. 515-290-2774.
Welcome back to the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive. Shawn Dietz with you on 104.9 KLMJ, 99 waves streaming around the world at radioonthego.com, as well as Facebook Live. and YouTube at Radio on the Go. Take a look at cross country now. Recaps this week. Conference cross country. 6 area runners earned all conference times at the top of Iowa Conference Cross Country Championships under very windy conditions at Nyack in Mason City on Thursday. North Butler's Ezra Almeline crossed inside the top 10 in 6th place in a time of 17:27 for all conference first team honors. Almeline talks about his placing, aligning with his meet goal and the work of his teammates on that course.
I'm not worried about time. I was going to try and get the top 5. That was the goal. I got 6. It was a good race, so with all the wind and everything, we placed how we wanted to as a team. Very proud of the team. And next week, we're going to go out and see what we can do.
And you can hear the wind in the background there, definitely a factor in that race. Fellow Bearcat Traeger Paakey achieved all-conference honorable mention recognition, placing 24th in a time of 18:26.5 as the team placed 4th for North Butler. West Fork's Xavier Haller in his first conference meet placed 21st in a time of 18:24 and received all-conference honorable mention. Warhawk teammate Aaron Erkey also received all-conference honorable mention recognition with a time of 18:36.1 in 30th. The Warhawks placed 7th as a team. West Fork head coach Zach Ortloff on how the Warhawks managed pack running and conserving energy during the meet.
Definitely something we're trying to work on a lot more is just packing up. So trying to get our guys kind of working together a little bit more. Some guys that maybe don't think they belong a little further up, trying to move them up, tell them that, hey, you're going to stick on this guy's hip. It's going to be worth it in the end. So be smart, kind of attack in those spots where you're going to have the wind in your back, settle in, try and still push, but don't like overdo it and outwork yourself on some of those sections where you're going to be running into the winds. We're not just wasting energy. So I was really proud of them the way they did that.
Belmont Clenny CGD's Christopher Greenfeld placed 29th at a time of 18:35 to reach all-conference honorable mention. The team placed 12th. In the girls' race, Belmont Clenny CGD's Lila Swinson, that is, was 15th at a time of 22:05 for all-conference second-team honors. Swinson on enduring through the wind and running with friends.
It was pretty windy, so it made it hard, but I pushed through it, and I think I did pretty good. It's really fun when you're running with your close friends and having a great group of people with you all the time. It makes you run faster, I think. Pretty happy about how I did, and I'm excited to see where this will take me.
BKCGD placed 7th in the team race. West Fork placed 9th in the girls' team race. Up next for all 3 teams will be state qualifying meets next week. And Grundy Center junior Emerson Vokes crossed the finish line in 15:34 and won the individual title at Thursday's North Iowa Cedar League Cross Country Championships that were held at Jessup Golf and Country Club. Radio on the Go Sports Director John Mowinkle reports.
It wasn't a PR, but Vokes achieved the goal of being the conference champion after coming up short last year.
Coming up, runner-up last year, I just wanted to get the title, and I did. And I thank God for every step of the way of the growth and the hard summer miles and the workouts and the long runs and all of that work that got put into to be able to come out here. And even on a legs didn't feel great, I still came out here and I performed how I wanted to, and I got the win. And at the end of the day, I finished the race on empty, and I went out with those guys.
The Spartans placed 12th as a team. Dike New Hartford's Brian Mungia Chavez helped lead the Wolverines to a 4th-place team finish and earned second-team all-conference honors with a 14th-place finish in 17:39.
It's a big difference than last year coming out here competing at a conference again. Whole different team, and being our number 1 runner, I just try to get out strong and set an example for my teammates.
Dike New Hartford's Sully O'Neill placed 30th to earn all-conference honorable mention. Appleton Parkersburg's Ty Laring placed 24th to earn honorable mention, as did Hayden Starr and Gavin Runyon of South Hardin in 23rd and 25th. The Falcons placed 13th and the Tigers placed 5th. In the girls' race, Grundy Center's Grace Storyhan ran 19:50 to place 4th. Highest conference meet finish to earn first-team all-conference honors. She says it's been a resilient season after battling some illnesses in the spring and summer.
I placed a lot better than I did last year, and my times overall been so much better this year. So it made me really happy, especially because I didn't know if I was going to have a cross-country season this year. The doctors told me that they didn't know if I'd be able to run at all, and definitely not if I would run faster or if I would even be able to run like varsity times again. And then here I am placing better than I ever have. I'm individually ranked, and I'm just having the best season of my life, and I'm having fun. That's what matters.
Evelyn Gertis placed 26th to earn honorable mention, helping the Spartans to a 5th-place team finish. Athletes in Parkersburg's Quinlan Schultz placed 20th in 21-14 to earn second-team all-conference honors.
It's just super fun looking back. The past 2 years I hadn't gotten it, and that didn't bother me too much, but still just kind of was in the back of my head that I wanted to go out on a all-conference level and kind of resort back. I thought freshman year was kind of it for me. It was like my year, and then this year I could just better that, so that was really exciting. But we had a good day of weather. It's a little windy, but we have a really good group of conference girls that push you, and especially in the top 20 and 30.
The Falcons placed 9th as a team. Dyke New Hartford was led by Hannah Steffens' 23rd place finish to earn honorable mention. The Wolverines placed 8th. Maya Willoughby of South Hardin placed 21st for honorable mention honors.
Thank you very much, John. Stay tuned. Back with more high school football coverage on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive right after this. Stay tuned.
Shop by any Greenbelt Bank location. Open your free checking account for 0 monthly fees and no minimum balance. Just sign up for free e-statements to qualify for your free checking. The Greenbelt Bank and Trust. Iowa Falls, Ackley, Trinity Center, Eldora, Belmont, and Parkersburg.
Grundy Center in Holland.
10:50 is the time. Shawn Dietz back with you here on the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, 104.9 KLMJ, 99 The Wave, KQCR, streaming around the world at radioonthego.com as well, Facebook Live, and also YouTube as well. I'm trying to type in a card number. Get you back to the high school football scores and reports here. Don't forget, Pigpen Plinko comes your way next week. Last week on this program, you may have saw Colt Powers practicing here in the studio, the Plinko board ready to roll. You'll have your chance to call in starting Monday morning on 104.9 KLMJ when you hear the cue to call. That's the cue to call on 104.9 KLMJ. When you hear that next week, call KLMJ's contest line at 456-0234. We'll go on the air with your chance to win during October Pork Month. Make sure you're primed to pile up pork prizes with Ping Ping Plinko all next week on KLMJ. Back to the high school football. Clarion Goldfield Downs was on the road tonight as they were at third-ranked Spirit Lake. A tough matchup for the Cowboys, 42-0 the final score. Dave Stein has the story.
Reporting from Spirit Lake on the Dale Howard Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave. The Cowboys of Clarion Goldfield Downs would travel to Northwest Iowa to face off against the Spirit Lake Indians in the final week of Class 2A District 2 action. CGD would kick off to Spirit Lake and then hold them to a 3-and-out, force them to punt the ball away. Cowboys would get a first down on a nice pass to Huxley Lingenfelter from J.D. Moracle, and then work the ball forward a little bit more. Unfortunately, could not convert on a 3rd and 3, and they were forced to punt it away. A 60-yard drive would come up at the 5:56 mark as Cade Lunt to Ethan Stecker. A 22-yard pass, PAT was good, and that made it 7-0. 45-yard drive would come up a little bit at the 2:53 mark, actually. That would be Lunt to Stecker, 32-yard pass. PAT good, 14-0. And then that would set up a INT. The Cowboys actually intercepting the Indians twice tonight, and in return throwing one interception. But at the 10:03 mark was Will Ditzworth, a 60-yard run. PAT was good, made it 21-0. And then 8:18 Lunt with a 4-yard touchdown run. PAT was good, 28-0. On third down, 2:46 left in the third, it would be a Stecker, and they were back on the goal line. Dylan Stecker would take it 99 yards on a pass from Lunt to the end zone. PAT good, made it 35-0. And then at 5:53 left in the ballgame, Lunt to Stecker one more time. Was just a 1-yard pass. PAT good, 42-0. That is the final. Once again, the Spirit Lake Indians defeating the Cowboys of Clarion Goldfield Downs by a score of 42-0. Reporting on the Dale Howard Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave, I'm Dave Stein.
I'm Ryan Dillard reporting for the Sports Overdrive on KLMJ and 99 The Wave, live at Thomas Field in Parkersburg, where the Southern Fredericksburg Cougars rolled to a 47-13 victory over the AP Falcons tonight on senior night. Appling and Parkersburg would score first in this game. After Southern Fredericksburg was stopped in fourth down at the 39-yard line, AP would proceed to drive 39 yards in 10 plays. Benny Waller ran QB keeper for a 1-yard touchdown run with 3:22 left in the first quarter. The kick was no good, and the score was 6-0 Appling and Parkersburg. Southern Fredericksburg then would score 19 points, 3 touchdowns in less than 5 minutes worth of game time in the second quarter, as quarterback Tatum Nuss had a 2-yard quarterback run with 10:37 left. The kick was no good. It was 6-6. The next possession for Southern Fredericksburg, Nuss found Travis Smith with an 84-yard touchdown pass with 8:17 left. The 2-point pass failed. It was 12-6 Southern Fredericksburg at that point. The next time the Cougars had the ball, they would drive 37 yards after a 31-yard punt return by Noah Henderson. Henderson kept that drive with a 3-yard touchdown run with 5:23 left. Noah Henderson with the kick, making the score 19-6 Southern Fredericksburg. AP was scored right before halftime, as Waller would find Maddox Kruger with a 12-yard touchdown pass with 29 seconds left. Gage Johnson with a kick, making the score 19-13 at halftime in favor of Southern Fredericksburg. The Cougars then in the second half would roll up 28 points, as they would were surprised in start the third quarter as AP tried an onside kick and recovered, but they would end up turning the ball over, and Sumner would turn that into a touchdown. Tatum Nuss with a 7-yard touchdown run with 6:13 left. Nuss passed to Reese Land for the 2-point conversion. It was 27-13 Southern Fredericksburg. The Cougars then would intercept the Falcons in the end zone and return it 20 yards. Southern Fredericksburg going into 6 plays to drive 80 yards. A 55-yard pass would set up a Nuss 12-yard touchdown pass to Reese Land with 11:10 left in the fourth quarter. Henderson with a kick, 34-13 Southern Fredericksburg. The next time Sumner touched the ball, they would score again, as Henderson ran a 20-yard touchdown run with 5:06 left in the fourth quarter. The kick failed, 40-13 Cougars at that point. Southern Fredericksburg, one more possession, and they would score again. Noah Henderson, 46-yard touchdown run with 2:31 left. Henderson with a kick, making the final score 47-13. Huge offensive numbers for Southern Fredericksburg tonight, as they they totaled 450 yards of offense. Tatum Nuss was 8 for 10 passing for 250 yards. He was responsible for 4 touchdowns, as he ran for 2 and he threw for 2. On the ground, he had 8 carries for 52 yards. Noah Henderson had 16 rushes for 111 yards, and he scored 3 touchdowns. For the Falcons, they finished with 247 yards of offense tonight, 151 yards on the ground, and 96 passing yards. Rushing-wise, Mason Cruiser had 14 carries for 63 yards. Eberhardt had 20 carries for 62 yards. Brayden Eberhardt had 2 carries for 14 yards, and Benny Waller had 9 carries for 13 yards. Waller was 11 for 22 passing for 96 yards. And receiving-wise, Maddox Kruger had 5 catches for 57 yards, and Cruiser had 3 catches for 17 yards. The loss drops the Falcons to 2-4, or 2-3 in the district, 2-6 overall. Southern Fredericksburg wraps up the 3 seed in the district at 3-2 and 5-3 overall. AP again will be the 4th seed, and we'll find out who they play in the first round of the playoffs at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Again, the final score for Parkersburg tonight, it was Southern Fredericksburg 47.
Hey, thank you very much, Ryan. Appreciate it as always. Thank you to Dave Stein as well, John Mowinkle, Joshua Hamlin, all providing reports as well tonight. It's the Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show that comes your way at the top of the hour. Our friends at Radio Iowa have been doing this statewide recap for many years. Tony and team do a fantastic job recapping all the scores from around the state, including summaries from some of our fine colleagues in Iowa radio, also occasional coach interviews as well. It's the Radio Iowa High School Football Scoreboard Show that comes your way in just about a minute or so right here on 104.9 KLMJ and 99 The Wave. Shawn Dietz signing off for now. back in 30 minutes here on KLMJ and 99 The Wave for the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive.
You've been listening to Overdrive, the Dale Howard Sports Overdrive, the extended scoreboard show for Friday Night Football throughout North Iowa. Brought to you again this year by Dale Howard's Auto Center. Dale Howard's and Iowa Falls, where the action is.
KLMJ 104.9 FM, Hampton, Iowa Falls, Parkersburg. Broadcasting daily from the Crown Jewel Travel Studios in Hampton.
98.9 FM, KQCR, Parkersburg, Iowa Falls, Hampton. Homegrown and locally owned. Allison, Clarksville, Ackley, Duddy, Kesley, Atherton, and on the go media.
This has been a presentation of Radio on the Go Sports.
Looking to skyrocket your brand's visibility? Look no further. On the Go Media delivers cutting-edge digital advertising solutions tailored just for you. Reach your audience wherever they are with precision targeting and captivating content. Elevate your brand with On the Go Media. Your digital success starts here. Contact us today. Email radio@radioonthego.com to grow your business with On the Go Digital. Locally owned and operated in Hampton, Iowa.